Welcome to Mystery Mastery, the Science of Miracles. And today we're diving into Hinduism and Christianity. We're going to see the similarities between these two. So, in Hinduism, the Chandogya Upanishad 687 states the term Tattvam Asi. Tattvam Asi. That means you are that. In Christianity, Moses spoke to the burning bush, and the burning bush said, I am that I am. So how are these similar? You are that, Tatvamasi, and I am that I am. Well, some people don't realize is that I am that I am literally means I am that I am. I am that I am. And in Upanishads, Tatvamasi, you are that. They are synchronized. So this universe, as above, so below. You know the stars and all the stars look like atoms. I started to call my higher self, I started to call God Atom, because there's so many names for God. And I just thought, what's the best name that I could call God? And the word atom just resonates. Like, why? Because everything is atoms. There is nothing that isn't atoms. Everything is alive. I have this little dog in my room, that a present, a puppy, a teddy bear. And I'm hugging this teddy bear saying, wow, 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 wow. You're not just this inanimate object. You are atoms. Atoms have electrons. And when you see electrons move in multiple states at once when they're not being watched. So there's a study where it's called the observational effect, or the observer effect. It's where an electron, which is a part of an atom, so an atom has a neutron, proton in the middle, neutron and proton, and then loads of electrons circling it, and this creates a magnetic field. So I'm touching my phone right now, but if I touch my face, I'm not actually touching my face, because there are atoms that have like a force field around it. So it seems that I'm physical, but it's just a force field. So these electrons get fired off in an experiment. Now, when the electrons are viewed, when a camera is on and they fire off electrons to this table, and there's a couple slits in between the table, when they fire off these electrons, it goes through the slits one at a time when you're viewing it. But when you don't view it, when there's no recording, and it goes through those slits, it acts as if it's moving in a wave format, and it acts as if all electrons that have been fired off are all firing off at once. So it makes a wave pattern in both of the slits, as if when you're not watching it, it makes a wave pattern, and when you're watching it, it shows like a particle, and that's the same as photons, light molecules. Okay, when light molecules are fired off through a couple slits and on the paper behind it, it acts as a particle. But when you don't view waves, when you don't observe through a camera the photon, it acts as if it's a wave. So it's called a wave particle. So this reality bends based off if you're viewing it or not. So if you're not viewing it, it exists in multiple realities at the same time. Atoms have consciousness. Your consciousness, viewing it, makes it linear, but when you don't view it, it makes it circular. It makes it infinite. And everything is atoms. These trees, they're all atoms. My breath, the oxygen molecules, the carbon dioxide molecules, when you break it down, it's just atoms. So I started to call God Atom, because that's what everything is. Everything is God. Everything is atom. Tatvamasi, you are that. Moses went to the burning bush, and the burning bush said, I am that I am. I am that I am. It's like, I am that I am. It's not I am that I am. It's I am that I am. You are that Tatvamasi. So synchronicities, right? I first started this journey realizing that synchronicities happen through numbers. Now, 127 is my main number. There's been plenty of times. Actually, I've got a better story. So my grandma died about half a year ago, and she died between the 10th and the 11th. Now, whenever I see 1110 between 11 and 10, if I see on a microwave it's 1110, or if it's 1011, or if there's just basically anything that's 1011, I always know that that's my grandma sending messages through the spirit realm, because now she is one with God. Because in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And now she is with God and she is God. So she's sending me messages through synchronicity numbers. And it, like the magic of every time I see 1011, it's like I'm thinking a specific thought, and then I accidentally just go, oh, what's on my phone? And I open my phone, and then it says like, okay, so boom, my mum was still sad. She was like, oh, it's because me and my sister were arguing. And mum was like, oh, see, it's different now. I have no one to talk to about you guys arguing because my grandma's dead, basically. And I was trying to console her, thinking, she doesn't know that spirit exists. She doesn't even know that spirit exists. Why is she sad? Spirit exists, right? And then we're just talking, and I just look to the left, and boom, it's 11:10. That's God. God was like, yes. God was like so many synchronicities happen. Like, why of all times would it be 11:10 of all times, when she's just sad and when I'm trying to convey to her that spirit exists? It's like God was working with me in the conversation. So then I was confident, and I was just like, see, look, it's 11:10. Grandma's right here with you. You don't need to suffer. You don't need to hide. You don't need to worry. She is here all the time. All you have to do is call upon her. Why? Because everything is atoms, and atoms control everything. And when you're in your non-physical, the only way for you to speak is through God, and God sends messages in every single moment. You are that Tatvamasi. I am that I am. That's all I've got to say for now. This is Mystery Mastery. Stay tuned. This is the Science of Miracles. Peace.